It's been a long project, 3 years.
The overall objective for the project was one of conservation and repair, mindful that the work we leave behind has to last a good number of years.
So it's been a big collaboration between ourselves and Philip.
This building is far more complex than a lot of other heritage buildings.
Once you start working on heritage buildings, you realise that it takes everyone as a team and all the knowledge right across the board to get the likes of these projects over the line.
With jobs like this, it might look good on paper, but until you're actually in the guts of the job itself, it might not work.
We didn't know how bad the condition was. It's a bit like fishing. You don't know what's in there until you drill down and see.
We have sort of struggled because a lot of what we do isn't that easy to draw or to describe.
Philip gave us a really good guideline of what needed to happen. It's a much more bespoke kind of building. You know, there's nothing like that. We don't usually get to do projects like that, so it's a different kind of challenge.
Regarding the challenges, these were mainly to do with the high cupola roof.
Trying to get a scaffold around it, being able to work safely at height.
Protecting the roof covering from weather access, we were able to carefully dismantle the cupola top.
It wasn't a case of trying to race the clock, it was more about problem solving.
Mostly through trial and error. When we came across a problem, we'd come up with 2 or 3 solutions.
Between me and Terry, we would come up with a solution that was very close to what Philip had in mind, and if he thought it was a good idea, we would go ahead with that.
Generally trying to get local skills, materials that would work quickly and easily.
We'd ordered new replacement tiles and we removed all the internal metal gutter linings, and we found that these were constructed of or clad in zinc, which was heavily eroded.
Some of the reinforcing had rusted out, that when rust gets into a metal like that, it'll expand and it'll actually crack the stone. All the old rusting steel was drilled out and replaced with a fiberglass matine bar.
Because we had the old gutter details, old timber details that were done originally to the original code at the time. So we had to work out new details for that. Complete renewal of all the plywood, substrate, redone and then brought up to their code.
Originally we were thinking about hand making every single tile, but then once we realised that we were going to be replacing every single tile, we had to upscale and figure out a better way of doing it. So we came up with the solution of making a top and bottom die.
You can use modern technology, but it's a bit like plastering or carving. You can't do away with the skill of the man for the finishing details.
That's the kind of beauty of it for me. It's all done by hand. It's just a craft and a trade in itself. You know, everything's done with human hands. It's not really a product that machinery is to be used.
Yeah, it's definitely a specialist trade. Working with copper all the time, you can just get quite creative. All the things that you don't see, that no one can really appreciate, there's 95% of the job you don't actually see.
With the, the corrosion of the zinc and then being brought up with new copper and then a complete new design of it just made it, management look pretty fantastic.
I'm very proud of it. It's taken a big effort from every side.
I've definitely enjoyed doing it for since February last year.
It's been a fantastic project to work on, and to see it finished and actually come to light, it's quite an amazing feeling, you know.
It's been a very enjoyable project, mainly because I think the teamwork involved and the contractors to be able to achieve the work that I envisaged at the start.
Everyone from council, architects, nailers and all the subbies working in together have really gone above and beyond.
And to see that to come to fruition without any major problems really overall, there have been challenges but we've overcome them, is the most rewarding aspect.